Hey guys, today we're back with another firearms review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Beretta APX-A1 in a custom Cerakote. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, once again we are back with the Beretta APX-A1. This is a very interesting pistol from Beretta. It is a 17 round pistol. Once again, is the APX-A1. Very good looking gun. It is Cerakoted in a custom concrete gray, battle worn type of look. Kind of looks like a gun from, let's see here, what is the, I'm trying to think of the game. But it's a very good looking pistol. I'll probably think about the game halfway through it, but it is a good looking pistol and feels very good in the hands. We've already got our mags loaded up, so let's go ahead and take some shots with her and see how she's rolling today. Alright, we've got a fair on our hands right here, boys. Got a fair to eject. Go ahead and try her again. Got another stovepipe on our hands. Well, and we've ejected a new round. Let's go ahead and load it up. See if it fires this in halfway down. Alright, fire that now. Takes a few more shots with her, see if she will straighten her out a little bit. Huh. And then ejected a good casing. Set the gun down for a second. Oh well guys, sometimes you get one that works pretty good, and sometimes you don't. Well, alrighty then. Well, ejected two good shells right there. If you don't want to shoot your ammo, it throws it on the ground for you, I guess. Go ahead and try it again. And I'm not lift rinsing at all. Another fair, looks like it's fair to extracting. And then threw out a good shell. Put that back down on the table and we're empty. Alright. Let's go ahead and load up another mag. Boop. Alrighty. Alrighty, for that now. So, we've got a few fairs on our hands with Mr. Beretta APX. Interesting. So, let's go ahead and reload our magazines real quick, and you all can take a quick look at her, see what you think about it. I'll tell you one thing, the custom Cerakote does look good on her. You know, is what it is. It's a pretty gun, but hopefully these malfunctions will work her way out. We've lubed her up real good, so she ain't a running dry or nothing like that, but Beretta sells the APX from the box, and it blacked out, and I think they've got a few other custom colors on them, but this one right here was done by another company that works with Beretta, and it's just a really interesting color. Go ahead and see if we can get these mags loaded up. Pretty stiff on us. They're brand new mags, so that might be causing them a little bit of the problem, maybe, I don't know, but never know. The fair to extract might be an extractor issue on her, or she just might need to get broke in. Who knows? Hopefully we'll see her start running a little bit better, because right now she ain't looking too hot. And load up another mag. On this gun today we have the Cycli, let me think here, Wolf. Cycli Wolf. So a good looking optic on it. Got a little bit of a ledge on it, and you know, them ledged optics can cause failures. They do cause failures as well with a lot of the other pistols. I know an overhanging ledge, if you don't get the right plate, can cause failures on a bunch of pistols. But if you can see here right now, we'll zoom in on her. you can see it's not overhanging on that breech face by much, if any at all. But if it continues to do this, we'll take that off of her and then just run her straight with irons and see if that changes any. We load up these next mags, and if we have more fares in either of these mags, we'll take that optic off of her and then just run her without a plate on it, because I think I left a plate at the house, and we'll see how she does then. But as you all know, we tell the truth on the channel, good, bad, ugly, or sad. So, you know, the only bad thing about this right here is that if it had come stock from Beretta, then, which it did come from Beretta, they did send it to us. But as the old saying goes, if it would have come stock from Beretta without the custom Cerakote job, then, you know, I could have been like, well, we've got a gun issue here. But that being said, I don't know if maybe whenever they was doing that Cerakote job on it, if maybe they done something to it, or if they might have had a problem doing that, or some of them lines. I'll tell you one thing though, them mags right there are stiff. Let's go ahead and put her ears back on, fire a few more rounds through her, see if she works any better. Right, we had a fair to go in the battery on that one. See here if we can not cause a double feed. Right, another failure there. So, well, all right, cough that out for me, thank you. All right, empty. So before we sit here and waste any more ammunition, let's go ahead and take this optic off and see if that might be the problem. Alrighty guys, so we now have the wolf off of there, so it's just a slick slide at this point. Let's hope for the best. Alrighty, that's a good sign. Alrighty, that's even better sign. Let's make one for the boys back home. See one thing, these iron sights are not in. Alrighty.
Fix the problem.
Yeah, fix the problem. Huh. Very interesting. Very, very interesting to say the least. So, now that she actually runs, one thing to take in consideration, that optic cut right there is so close to that breech that if you have anything overhanging at all, you could have some problems with her. So, just keep that in mind. So, wasn't nothing wrong with the gun besides them putting the optics plate way too close to the breech of the actual muzzle. So, interesting. That being said, you know, I've run into that problem beforehand. I've seen that before. Wasn't as severe as problems, maybe 1 in every 50 or 1 in every 100. But I've not seen one to where it's going to be hanging up every mag on you anyway. But at least we know that it wasn't the gun's fault. So there we go. That being said, you have the Wolf. The Wolf did have a little bit of overhang on it, but like I said, it's fixed at this point. Them iron sights are a little bit off. I'm aiming dead center on him, and then I was missing, so I started aiming a little bit to the right, so we're going to have to shift them over for windage. But otherwise than that, let's actually talk about the gun a little bit and what we think about it. So, looks like we got a visitor coming in here. Hold it 1 second. Let's get these mags reloaded, check out what they want. We'll be right back with you. As you can see, our visitors are leaving. We had to deal with them for a second, but we are back. So that being said, while we did have the camera cut, we fired 100 more rounds downrange with the Beretta APX-A1, and we never had no more malfunctions. So That being said, that is 100% showing that it was an optic issue, that the overhang of the wolf did cause that. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you are buying one of these guns, to make sure to put a optic on it does not overhang the breech any bit. Like I said, that's happened before, and that's why I was like, this might be something we need to check out just to make sure nothing is wrong with it. But as you all can see, nothing is. It's still hot to the touch, so let's go ahead and run some more rounds through her. Let's put her ears back on. Let's take our time to see if exactly where I can find out where these iron sights are. Alrighty. Yep, I've got them now. Alrighty. So before we throw any more mags through, let's look at this trigger, because this trigger is real nice. So here is the take-up on it. Got a little bit of take-up. Pow. Very good trigger for a striker fired. There's a take-up, or there's a catch. One more time. Release. Click. Great trigger. I will say they've outdone themselves for that. As you can see, this is the sight picture. You have a red fiber optic up front and a black serrated in the rear. Good sight picture on it. So a nice picture overall. Let's go ahead and fire our last 2 mags through it for this review. Alright, so something I'm catching really quickly is that return to zero is about perfect on this gun. It returns right back to where you want it to. Like I said, I've been a long time since I've been running iron, so I gotta catch up with myself real quick. But I will say one thing: this thing does have a great return to zero. That shorter barrel with that longer grip, you can get a real good grip feel on it. It does a great job.
Right. Inject them shields right every time too.
What now?
Putting the shields back. I mean,
yeah.
Back.
Yeah, it's doing exactly what it needs to be doing now. There we go. There's tell of the tape, boys. That's all you can say. So, good shooting gun. There's no question about that. An even better looking gun in of itself, if I do say so myself. That being said, looking in the front again, we have front cock insertions up here. If we, she hot. If you need to press check it or anything like that, you have rear cock insertions in the back. Picatinny rail for an optic, or for a light correction. So as you can see here, we do have the Surefire X300. If we can get her mounted on here right. Let me untighten her just a tad bit, just so you all can see how far that X300 sticks out from, there we go, from the actual muzzle. So pretty much we have a Glock 19 barrel, 4-inch barrel. So good looking overall, but that return you can get really quick with these guns, because the return back to battery in these is a lot quicker than a normal pistol, just because you have that shorter barrel and that shorter slide. But overall though, guys, she is a good shooting pistol. Trigger, no joke, one of my favorite striker fired triggers on the market right now. Been a long time since I found a trigger this nice that I like this well anyway. You reset, and it might just be my finger and the way I place my finger, but you know, everybody says, oh, well, shoot with this right here, the padding of your last index or whatever else. I throw my finger in there, and I just go to town how I need to, and this right here works great for me. I've always shot like that, don't know why. They tried to change the way I shot in the police academy, and I was out shooting the guys teaching the academy most of the time, but regardless of the fact, the thing about it, I do like this pistol, I do. I was a little bit disheartened, I will say that, whenever we was shooting and that optic was messing it up, because I was like, God, I've been looking forward to reviewing this thing, and it just, so if you can tell I was a little bit disheartened there at the beginning, it's because I was. Anybody would be that gets a gun and it doesn't work. But that being said, as long as you get a good optic that does not go over the breech, you're good to go, and that's all you got to worry about. But once again, this gun right here, as long as you get behind it, it will do the work for you. So I think that it still gets my, yeah, Beretta does make good stuff. I've got the M19A4, I've got the 92X Performance. I love all the 92s. This is one of my actual first pistols I ever got, was a Beretta M9 92FS. But guys, I mean, Beretta does make some great guns, and this one right here is just like it. I'm glad that we did take that optic off of it, because if I'd have been like, yeah, this thing's a piece of junk or whatever else, and cut the video with that, it wouldn't have done Young's honesty and wouldn't have done Beretta honesty either. But Beretta did send it to us. But as you all know, we put everything on this channel. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, happy, or sad. So that being said, the Beretta APX-A1 does get my stamp of approval, and it does look great in this custom Cerakote job. Guys, I appreciate y'all viewing as always. If you have any questions or comments on the Beretta APX-A1, please leave it in the comment section below and get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you to Beretta for sending it to us today to review. If you have any questions or comments, comment section below as always. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.